So you're at home. How excited were you, obviously, to get that phone call, but how excited was your family, et cetera, and everybody to know that you were off the board and you were a New Orleans Saint?
Yeah, I mean, we were super excited. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to play in the NFL, and you know, for it to be with such a storied organization like the Saints was super special for me and my family. So super excited.
Now, when you look at your situation, Bryan, and it's all about a lot of times how you handle adversity, the injuries you've dealt with, and you dealt with plenty this season, including the death of your sister, who passed away due to brain cancer. And your teammates really responded to that. So, was your faith, or what did you lean upon to be able to handle all the adversity, not only personally but within your family, to be able to answer the bell game in and game out?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of different things that I had to lean on: faith, family, just people in my close circle that I've always just relied on throughout my life, and have been there through the good and the bad with me, and will always be there. So that was a big thing for me.
Now, Bryan, what would you say if you're objective about yourself when you're watching film, and then now you're stepping up, Clemson's big-time program, but now you're going to NFL? What would you say is something that you're really confident in as far as your strength, and maybe what could be a weakness that you know you're going to have to get better at?
Yeah, I think, my strength is just being disruptive, athletic, a big interior, pass rusher, somebody who's able to shoot gas and just wreak havoc in there. Obviously always things to work on and technique, whether it's hand placement, footwork, just things that always need to be worked on and cleaned up that I'll continue to work on.
Bryan, Mike Detillier here. First of all, congratulations. Who did you work out with in the offseason once you declared for the draft?
Yeah, I was out with a company called Proactive out in Thousand Oaks, California.
In this situation of the Saints have talked about some versatility with you and using you a couple different ways. Was that part of a conversation? I know you got to meet with the Saints brass that they brought up and maybe sort of moving you around a little bit defensively up front.
Yeah, I mean, just through my time at Clemson, I was able to play up and down the line, from a 0 out to a 9 technique. And so I think just them seeing me play up and down the line was something that, may have just helped them understand that I was versatile and able to play up and down the line. We haven't really talked too much about, where they see me fitting in their defense yet, but I'm excited to, talk with them and understand that.
Bryan, Bryan, this is Deuce. Who did was it Mickey that called and Dennis Allen? But who did you get to spend some time with, or at least not only tonight, but I know that they had dinner with you and worked you out. Who did you get to spend a little bit of time with throughout this process from the Saints organization?
Yeah, I would say Coach Grantham was somebody that I got to spend a lot of time with, he came down to Clemson and we got to watch film together. He worked me out down there, and so we had we got to spend a lot of time together.
Now, Bryan, looking at, I was reading where giving you high praise at best as a gap penetrator. Now, I was looking also, but you maybe said you need to improve against the run, maybe as far as working laterally. That could come maybe better with more experience. But talking about being that anchor, is that something? I know you're trying to get a feel and make plays, but sometimes just eating up a double team and being that anchor, sometimes without actually making a play, you could be doing your job defensively for the linebackers to flow and make the tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think that kind of comes from what I was talking about earlier, just hand placement and footwork, just cleaning that kind of stuff up, and that'll definitely help me in those situations.
Bryan, just how weird it is, Myles Murphy gets picked one pick ahead of you, back-to-back Clemson players in round one.
Yeah. I mean, it was extremely exciting. Me and Myles came into Clemson together. So just to watch him live out his dream and me do the same and us do it so close to each other was pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to give him a call tonight and check in with him. But I'm super excited for him.
Now, Bryan, you mentioned that you're in Maryland right now. I was reading where You obviously were a top recruit in the country coming out of Damascus, Maryland, and so why Clemson? Is it like, why not Clemson? Because they're one of the top programs. You look at Clemson, Georgia, Alabama, whatever. Was that the case? Why all of a sudden you ended up at Clemson from Maryland?
Yeah, I mean, I had the opportunity to visit a lot of schools coming out of high school, and just seeing the guys that Clemson had produced before me, coming off 2 national championships, and just the coaching staff there, Coach Venables at the time, Coach Sweeney, Coach Bates. When I committed, just seeing how they had grown players and just where the program was and how the culture was there, and just a bunch of different things went into it. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's where I thought I'd just grow the most as a player and as a person. So
now, the one thing I was impressed with, Bryan, now looking at this, as I read more of your bio, look at your size, you're 6'5", 300-pounder, that you're a nation's top recruit out of high school and a Division I caliber basketball prospect. I know you could probably put in a show maybe on the court and highlight a few dunks or something, huh?
Bryan, tell Bobby you used to play quarterback too.
No, because I'm looking Division I caliber basketball prospect. That's pretty huge.
I don't know about the whole Division I cap. Maybe like a small 1AA, high D2, but I don't know. But I played a bunch of different sports growing up. My family, we're all athletic. Sister played basketball at a Division I school. My mom and dad both played college sports. So, grew up playing everything and really enjoyed playing basketball through high school. But I don't know about the whole full D1 caliber player.
Yeah, they kind of stretched your rubber band a little bit on that,
Bryan, at 6'5", 300, you got to be able to like dunk it easy, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can get up. Now, what about Mike was saying that you also played quarterback? What was that, in junior high or something, or before you got too big?
I played quarterback probably up until, I would say, maybe 7th or 8th grade. But,
okay.
I mean, I played running back my senior year of high school. I was 6'5", 290.
Mama.
Sound like
trying to tackle that guy.
Sound like Craig Hayward, Arnhead.
Good luck with that one.
Bryan, everybody watches film today. Is there somebody you try to pattern your game and you watch film on and you say, man, I want to try to do that at the next level?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I love watching J.J. Watt, watching, Cam Jordan with the Saints, him. And then, Chris Jones now, a bunch of guys relative to my size who are, really disruptive and move well and are able to pass rush. Just guys that I can take little pieces from and try to incorporate it into my game.
Well, Bryan, we appreciate your time. I know it's been a heck of a night for you. And actually, it's where you are, it's morning, right? I mean, it's 12:30, right?
Yep, 12:30.
Yeah, in Maryland. I'm from Northern Virginia myself, so I know you were here for the Sugar Bowl. Have you been to New Orleans for any amount of time other than that?
I have not. So I'm excited to get back down.
So Bryan, what's the game plan? You get with the coaches, you come participate in OTAs and in the off-season program. Have they talked to you about that yet?
I don't really know yet, to be honest with you. So I'll have to wake up tomorrow and try to figure all that out.
Yeah, if you get any sleep tonight, that is. Great night, great memory. On behalf of Mike Detillier, Deuce McAllister, and Bobby Hebert, we appreciate your time and congratulations.
Thank y'all for having me.
All right, Bryan.
Thank you, Bryan.